Good morning, and thank you for joining us for this online worship service of the First Unitarian Church of Alton on this second day of August 2020. The theme for all of our services during August is still spiritual practice. This is an online-only service as we do our part to help counteract the spread of COVID-19 virus. You are welcome here, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, no matter what your background. You are welcome here to join us as we proclaim our worth in our spiritual journeys. You are welcome to join us as we sing songs that uplift our very beings. You are welcome to join us in community as we learn, live, and love together. All are welcome as we worship that which gives us each meaning and value. We are Unitarian Universalists. My name is Joy Heft, and I am the speaker, worship associate, and keyboard player today. We begin our worship with a prelude. If you have a candle or chalice, please light it now as I light mine. Please join me in saying the chalice lighting unison words shown on your screen. We hallow this time together by kindling the lamp of our heritage. Our opening words: let us gather ourselves, each one of us, and all that we are, into this sacred hour. Let us prepare ourselves to be moved to a place of new beginnings. Let us worship together. Please join in singing our opening hymn titled Just as Long as I Have Breath, number 6 in the gray hymnal, and then on your screen we will sing 3 verses. first reading is from St. Francis of Assisi. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. O divine Master, grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled, but to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born in eternal life. Our second reading is from Shunryu Suzuki. If your mind is empty, it is always ready for anything. It is open to everything. In the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities. In the expert's mind, there are few. Our story for all ages today is from a series of African folk tales titled The Clever Jackal Gets Away. Please enjoy the video of this story created by Pascal Freehand.
Clever Jackal Gets Away. One day, a jackal was walking through a rocky pass. As he often did, his nose to the ground as he ambled along to catch the odd scent. Perhaps he thought to himself he could find something to eat. Suddenly, he became aware of some movement ahead of him. Oh no! Jackal shouted and stopped dead still in his tracks. Lion was approaching towards him. Realizing that he was too near to escape, Jackal was filled with panic and fear. He had played so many tricks on him in the past. He was sure that the lion would take this opportunity to get his revenge. Immediately, Jackal thought of a plan. "Please help! Please help!" Jackal screamed. He cowered down on the cliff path, looking above the rocks. Lion stopped suddenly. He was surprised. "Help!" Jackal cried. He begged the lion, "Oh, great king, please help! We do not have time to lose. See those great rocks above us? They are about to fall, and we are all going to get crushed to death. Oh, mighty lion, do something. Please, please, please do something." The jackal went even lower, begging the king. Lion looked up. Before he even had a chance to think, Jackal was begging and begging him to use his strength to hold up the overhanging rock. So Lion put his muscular shoulder to the rock above and held it. "Oh, thank you so much, great king. I will go quickly and fetch that log over there so I can put under the rock and we will both be saved." Immediately, the jackal was out of sight. Lion was left all alone to struggle under the weight of the unmoving rock. How long he remained there before the lion became aware that it was another trick from Jackal, we will never know. But this much we do know: Jackal continued to live by his tricks.
As we move to a time of meditation, our prayer today is titled, "I Am Not Alone," There is a Love Holding Me by Heather Ryan Starr. May I move gently through this cloudy, murky, gray day. May I remember that this is just one day, that showing up is at least half of what is asked of me. May I set aside my underlying anxiety, that I will not get to everything, and put my trust and faith onto the riverbank of the human community. We are working together. I am not alone. There is a love holding me that is unconcerned with my day's to-do list and more concerned with my spirit's survival, even its thriving, in this beautiful, challenging world. May we all remember that Rome wasn't built in a day, that our efforts are part of an ongoing stream of efforts, of lives being lived besides one another, shoring up this world. May what little I do today be for the greater good. May I be gentle with others today, as long as for others to be gentle with me. May it be so. The phrase, "There is a love holding me," comes from a meditation by the Reverend Dr. Rebecca Parker, and was later woven into a song by UU musician Beth Norton, which we will be singing as our next hymn. We thank both of them for granting that song to Worship Web. After the song is played through once, please join in singing the next hymn, "There is a Love." The words are on the screen. There are 2 verses. The sermon today is a Faith Rocket sermon titled "The Creative Spirit" by Peggy Clark, the minister of the First Unitarian Society of Westchester, Hastings-on-Hudson, New York. My son is in kindergarten. Every morning before we leave for school, I check his backpack for the essentials: a sweater, a snack packed neatly in his Star Wars lunchbox, an empty water bottle to be filled up at school, some toy cars in case he gets bored on the bus ride home, and one blue plastic folder, standard issue for every kindergartner. It gets put in the backpack empty each morning, and in the afternoon it returns filled with papers. Sometimes there are flashcards with new sight words or a note from the school about an upcoming assembly. But every day, without exception, there's paper colored with crayons or glitter or something else to give it flair, which means that in class every day, without exception, each 6-year-old has a reason to draw something, to paint something, to cut shapes from colored paper and paste it into something. And every day that blue folder is filled with treasures of the day's lessons and adventures. Pictures of butterflies emerging from cocoon, the earth rotating around the sun, or maybe of horse flying in a jungle made of lollipops. If you ask my son what he can draw, he'll say, anything. What do you want? Want to see me riding my bicycle over the ocean? Or Grandma learning ninja moves from her cats? Or how about Daddy playing soccer against a team of tigers in space? He can do it all. And at 6 years old, he's encouraged to do it. It's part of the day's curriculum. They learn math and reading and science, and they play outdoors, and they color and paint and glue things. Hanging in every cubby is a smock ready on a moment's notice. In kindergarten, everything you need is in one room. There's paint and music and room to dance. There are science experiments and lab equipment and materials to read and write and sing and build. Those things are also available in middle school and high school and college, but they are in different rooms, maybe different buildings, and as we get older, we limit who has access to them. The older we get, the more specialized and focused. This room is for painting, or that room is for singing, and science experiments are done over there. And with each passing year, we discern, generally for ourselves, but sometimes for each other, who belongs in which room. Are you a singer? Can you dance? Can you draw? That's your room over there. Or maybe you need to find another building. Our birthright as artists and dreamers is drained away from us. Daydreaming is part of the creative process. I spend a lot of time daydreaming. I imagine beautiful old houses and I decorate them in my mind. Ceilings, walls, windows, floors, furniture. I imagine textures and colors and scents in each room. The other direction my daydream takes is imagining the perfect community. It's always attached to a farm where animals are safe, a place people can work and be cared for, a place where everyone is getting what they need. I create this beloved community in my mind over and over again. Daydream is a critical part of the creative process and a key to how we survive in a world that can be cold and lonely and frightening. It's how we know where we want to go and how we're going to get there. It's the door into whatever's next. The other day, I called a man I know. This man is at the top of his game, well known and respected in his field. He's met with the Pope and the Dalai Lama and recently turned down an invitation to the White House because he had something more important to do. When I called his cell phone, he answered, but sounded a little dazed. He then confessed he'd been daydreaming. I laughed and apologized for interrupting the most important thing he'd do all day. He didn't seem to get it and responded by saying, "I hope not, but I actually meant it." I think that for this man to do all he does, to imagine the world a better place, to build the world we all dream about, he's going to need to do a whole lot of daydreaming. He brought thousands of people to St. Peter's Square at the Vatican for a massive demonstration of support for the Pope's recent encyclical, Laudato Si, on care for a common home. You might have seen it on TV or read about it. The only way for that to happen is to be willing to dream big and let your imagination run free. Daydreaming isn't a waste of time. It's the mandatory preliminary action without which nothing else can be done. First we dream, First, we imagine beloved community. First, we let ourselves believe that we wish can be. Trusting our creativity, indulging our imagination is our only option if we want transformation. If we want to build the new world that exists in our dreams, let it be so. Our last hymn is titled Creative Spirit, which was played as our prelude today and was written by Grace Lewis-McLaren. After the song is played through once, please join in singing the song. The words are on the screen. We offer the gentle reminder that this community of faith is supported only by your giving. We need each other, and in times of trial, we need each other even more. You can mail your gift to the church at Post Office Box 494, Alton, Illinois 62002, or give electronically by searching for First Unitarian Church of Alton on the Givelify app. Give what you will, for you are a generous people. Please join me in our offering prayer. May this offering equip us to inspire love and seek justice. I hope that you found this service meaningful. Perhaps you will share your thoughts with someone significant to you. Also, I invite you to post your thoughts in the comments of this video. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel while you're here. Here are our announcements for the week. Please contact the church office if you have an event or announcement that you would like us to share via our weekly Church This Week email. If you are interested in receiving our weekly email, please send your contact details to church@firstualton.org. The Worship Associates are looking for additional people interested in providing thought-provoking, meaningful messages for our online services. If interested, contact any of the current Worship Associates first or email church@firsturalton.org. And remember to join us next week, August 9th, for a virtual service here on YouTube. The speakers will be John Herndon and Peg Flack. Please join me in our unison words for extinguishing the chalice. The light of truth and meeting cannot be put out. We are keepers of this flame until we meet again. For our closing words, as we go from this place, let us bless the world with everything we do. Go with your mind clear, your eyes open, and your heart curious to encounter other searching hearts. Go now in peace.